What's up, guys? Today we're talking about taking your first fight, the stress, the high expectations you put on yourself. Now, this was a requested video, and the request read as follows. Gabriel, I've been training for almost 3 years, consider myself pretty decent, and want to take a fight for the first time. I've had extreme anxiety because of high expectations I have for myself. If you could make a video walking into your first fight, the tips for the first fight, and anything else that could be of help. I've been told by my teammates who fight October 2nd that I should and would do great in a fight on the same night, but ultimately I have those doubts because I have high expectations for myself. We're gonna break down this request. We're gonna go through all the finer details of it and explain how I struggled with the exact same thing before my first fight. Intro, guys, and then all the information. One of the harder things I find in life is to have a situation that presents itself and then not know if anybody else in the world has felt the same thing, has gone through the same thing, if you're just unique and on your own in that feeling. So to the subscriber who requested this video, thanks very much for doing that. By the way, I love talking on conversations like this. I want you to know that I went through a very similar experience. I started off in martial arts when I was about 6, 8 years old, somewhere in there. I did lots of karate competition, and then throughout the years, as I got closer and closer to my first fight at 20, I was doing a lot of full contact karate tournaments. But I stopped those around 16, and it took me 4 years to build up the courage and to deal with the expectations that were being set on me before I actually pulled the trigger and actually did my first ring fight. Everybody in the gym is like, dude, you're gonna be a world champion. Dude, you're gonna kill it. Dude, nobody can even come close to beating you. But still, I had that fear now that what if I let them down? What if everybody who had high expectations in me was disappointed when I didn't perform? But I realized very quickly that this whole sport should be about you. And I've learned that throughout the years now. Everything I do is about me doing something I love, building confidence in myself, something I'm proud of. And I realized the people that really matter to me support me as much in the losses as in the victories. So once I got that out of my head, that was much easier to deal with. But I still understand that's not an easy thing to do, and just be aware that having high expectations for yourself is very important, because even though it creates more stress, you take the whole situation more seriously, and you won't be one of those guys who take their first fight, lose, and go, oh, you know what? I kind of lost because I just didn't think it was going to be very hard, or I didn't really care if I won or lost. The people who put a lot of pressure on themselves are usually the ones who will go out and do a great performance because they take it so seriously. But I understand with that comes all the awful nerves that are just eating away at you constantly. So let's talk about a couple things that you should have prepared mentally, physically, to make sure you are ready for your first fight. And number one, you need to make sure that your cardio is on point. You could be the most skilled fighter in the world, but if you go in and after the first round you have nothing left in the gas tank, it doesn't matter. You will get overrun by somebody who is less skilled but has more energy. So get that cardio on point. We have many workouts which I've given you, in particular running the soccer field, run the length as fast as you can, jog the width, sprint the length, jog the width, and I have the whole routine listed out. You guys can check that out up there. Number two, make sure your defense is as good as your offense. So many people push the offense. They do their bag work, their pad work, their shadow boxing, and they don't think about any defense until it comes to sparring. And you get a little tiny bit of defense in during that drilling. But what about all the other times? What about getting together with a partner and having them throw punch, throw punch, throw punch? The kick comes, you check it, you catch it, you scoop. You do lots of drills back and forward where you work that defense over and over. When your defense feels on point, that is when I say, okay, if you can block everything, if you can put your back against a wall, put your hands up and just have somebody punch and kick at you, and you can block everything, you are ready defensively for your fight. You have to be able to do that. Do not go into your first fight questioning your defense. Seems like a terrible idea to me. Number three, we want to make sure that we're getting some hard sparring rounds in. I'm a big advocate for light sparring, for not damaging our brain. But when we're getting ready for a fight where somebody's going to try and rip our head off, if we don't do hard rounds, if we don't have an understanding of how difficult the fight could be, if everything at the gym is chill and relaxed, then you get in for an actual fight experience and you're just shocked that somebody, like I've heard people say, I came up for the first minute of the fight and I realized, whoa, he's really trying to hurt me. He's really trying to knock me out. I wasn't ready for that. What do you mean you weren't ready for that? It's a fight. The guy's coming to try and get you out of there. Your opponent's scared. He wants to finish the fight as fast as he can. Be ready for people to run at you and really make it a fight. And you need to replicate that in the gym a little bit. Maybe not 100%, but like 80% power. Do a few rounds like that. Really understand what's going to be coming your way so that when you get in the actual fight, you're not shocked by anything. You just go, okay, I practiced this. I'm ready for it. It's no big deal. Well, it's still a big deal, but not as much as if you go in there and all of a sudden you're going, what the heck? I wasn't ready for this at all. So we have our cardio, we have our defense, we have simulating the fight. Remember to use visualization. You've seen people most likely make the walk out to the ring, climb through the ring ropes. The first time I did it, I was so scared. I wish I would have mentally gone through the motion over and over and over. So when the time actually came that I did it in reality, when it was actually happening, I had at least done it in my mind 10, 20, 30 times. Visualization is such a powerful tool to experience upcoming situations before they happen, so you won't be as shocked, as scared when the moment actually happens. And tip number 5, guys, is having that confidence in yourself. Yes, you are going to be scared. Yes, you should have high expectations for yourself, which will cause doubt because you want such a good performance out of yourself. But ultimately, you still need to have that confidence. Do not lose sight of that. Do not let the fear that you have blind you from the fact that you are confident in yourself and you do know you can go and do a fantastic job. And remember, if you do have the support of so many people, which most competitors do, they have their friends, they have their family who are backing them. If you have everybody at the gym, your training partners who are telling you you're going to do great, most likely that's what's going to happen, but you still have to have those expectations on yourself to make sure you are motivated to make everybody proud. There's no easy way to get around it, guys. It's nerve-wracking, it's scary, it's unpleasant, but let me tell you, once you get in, once you win, once all that stress that was on your shoulders just sloughs off, once all that stress that was on your shoulders just drops off after they raise your hand and you're the winner, it's an amazing feeling. It's a feeling that I've never been able to recreate in any other aspect of my life except getting that win, getting your hand raised. It makes everything, all the training, all the sacrifice, all the pain, it makes it all worth it. You know you accomplished something that was very difficult. So that is my advice to anybody out there who's thinking about having their first fight, who is scared, who puts very high expectations on themselves. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, guys, of course, please give the video a like, join the channel and get subscribed. If you have your own request, throw it down below. As always, guys, train hard. I'll see you back here soon for another video.